This morning, search and rescue efforts are still ongoing following that disastrous mid-air collision between an American Airlines regional carrier and a military Black Hawk chopper near Reagan National. Investigators already beginning the difficult work of trying to determine what led to last night's crash. The last major accident involving a U.S. commercial airliner 16 years ago, Colgan Air Flight 3407, a Bombardier regional jet crashed on approach to Buffalo, New York, killing all 49 people on board and 1 on the ground. Investigators determined pilot error was to blame. But the inquiry highlighted serious problems facing regional carriers, including grueling work schedules for pilots, long-distance commutes, and exhaustion. Investigators believe neither pilot in the Colgan air crash had slept well the night before, after commuting long distances cross-country. That accident triggered the first FAA rule change to address pilot fatigue in nearly 5 decades, including a maximum duty day for pilots of 9 to 14 hours, maximum flying time of 9 to 10 hours, and more rest time between flights. Last night's crash evoking another disaster in the Potomac more than 4 decades ago. In 1982, Air Florida Flight 90, a Boeing 737, crashed into a bridge just seconds after taking off from National Airport in a blinding snowstorm, leaving 78 dead. 5 people escaped the wreckage in the icy river, with cameras capturing the dramatic rescues. Investigators found the flight crew's failure to properly de-ice the aircraft before takeoff likely caused the crash, leading the FAA to change de-icing regulations for airlines nationwide. Another big question investigators and lawmakers will be confronting in the weeks and months ahead is Reagan National Airport over capacity. With the busiest runway in America, the airport has experienced a series of near collisions in recent years. Last May, American Airlines Flight 2134 had been cleared for takeoff, speeding down the runway. At the same time, a smaller private plane was landing on an intersecting runway, forcing the American jet to slam on the brakes.
American 2134, cancel takeoff clearance. Go around.
1 month earlier, a JetBlue plane nearly collided with a Southwest plane, the 2 jets coming within 1,000 feet of each other.
Tragedy in the air and in the water.
I just saw a fireball and then it was just gone. So I haven't seen anything since they hit the river.
After a passenger plane collided with a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter near Reagan National Airport, sending both aircraft plunging into the Potomac River and touching off an urgent search.
We are now at a point where we are switching from a rescue operation to a recovery operation. At this point, we don't believe there are any survivors from this accident, and we have recovered 27 people from the plane and 1 from the helicopter.
The plane, now in pieces in the river, is an American Airlines regional jet coming from Wichita, Kansas, with 60 passengers and 4 crew members aboard. 3 people on board the Black Hawk helicopter on a training flight, according to a U.S. military official. Officials offering condolences and promising answers.
We will not rest until we have answers for the families and for the flying public. You should be assured that when you fly, you're safe.
New audio showing air traffic controllers asking the helicopter pilot if he sees the passenger jet and telling him to pass behind it.
Pass too far, pass behind this, JJ.
Then you hear the reaction from the control tower.
American 472, Washington, 1 star, 32017.
As details begin to emerge about who was in that passenger plane. U.S. figure skating confirming that several coaches, athletes, and family members were returning from a training camp for top juvenile figure skaters. Families who had gone to the airport for reunions now facing devastation amid a search for answers about what went wrong. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News. The National Transportation Safety Board is leading the investigation, the Army investigating as well, and officials are saying that everything in the lead up to the crash appeared to be standard. They're now trying to figure out when that changed. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.